We unsealed the jails first. Folks showed up swinging bolt cutters to liberate their lawless relatives into a world different from the society out of which they were exiled. Because no one stood guard anymore. No longer could anyone be exiled from anywhere. All banks closed down. Their silent, towering buildings became mausoleums, having been worshipped long enough. Time slowed down too, sauntered like the hours did in places like Chattanooga, in Charleston, in Savannah. A notoriously southern phenomenon now spread like honey over everything. Asked the time and folks just looked up at the sky mumbling, quarter till, because gone was the appraiser of hours into wages. Gone was the gaze evaluating for its resource every minute ticking inside a body. They killed themselves, all of them, all at once. You could feel their absence in everything. On the subway and the streets and all the places the wild reclaimed, where sunflowers grew through office buildings, over golf greens played red with ant mounds, where the earth crawled black up the sides of monuments, where all those chihuahuas and cocker spaniels scavenged and begged in packs, their dog sweaters ragged, bedazzled collars dulled of sparkle. They killed themselves. One morning, every white person in America walked into the nearest body of water and drowned. No one expected the event. No one was prepared. Some people were angry, cursing God for doing the business of gods. Some were quietly contented, seeing the horror as penance. Some longed for the world before settling into movie theaters to watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Titanic, sharing in the awe of misshapen memories. He'd found himself a nice house in the suburbs, 2 stories tall, with fat white columns and a skirt of porches. His front yard sparkled green except under the shadow of an oak where innocently a tire swing bolted to his arm whined on every breeze. His home, of course, added to the sum of thousands taken over as we hollowed out city tenements, spilling into the outlying neighborhoods of Germantown, Rockville, and Bethesda. To hear Al Green's voice drifting over above-ground pools out there wasn't uncommon anymore. Charlie had class that morning. The day would result in his 3rd teaching lesson ever, and he wasn't awful at educating. His students eagerly arrived to his classroom and departed energized. Moreover, he did believe his lessons were deeply important offerings to the new world. The problem was, a year ago, the only books he read came from the prison library. Indeed, in his mind, under his cardigan and argyle socks, down naked as a hound puppy, he still wore a prison's uniform. Couldn't shake it. The results, one so oddly unexpected, came when he looked around bewildered at his big house and green lawn, forward to all those students desirous to absorb what he had to teach him, of all the good folks still living. One day he withered away in a cell, and the next he waltzed into a world without white people, from prisoner to professor, bewildered.